And we are live. Hello, 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 and happy Saturday, everybody. Today is October 2nd, 2021. I cannot believe we are already the second day of October. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are following me for the very first time on my YouTube channel, I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and also the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And today, I'm going to do things a little differently. Usually, I'm sharing all about the cosmic energy, the astrological forecast, but today is going to be a little different because today I want to put a spin on numerology. But before I dive in, just want to make sure that I am live. It says that I'm here live. I just want to make sure that I'm live on my channel to make sure you guys are able to be with me. Yes. So let's see. Am I here? Am I here? Where am I? I don't want to start singing for you guys. It says I'm live, but I don't see me. Let's see. There we are. Yes. Oh, I spelled carries wrong. I'm going to have to go back and change that. Excuse me on that. So anyway, yeah, so October carries healing powers. Healing power. What do I mean by that? That October carries healing power. Now, if you know anything about numerology, every number carries a specific vibration and frequency. And let's just start with October. Let's start there first, and then we'll dive into all different directions. And I promise you that you will definitely end up learning something, and you'll also be able to apply what you learn into your everyday life. So when we talk about October carries, it's the 10th month of the year, so it carries the vibration of new beginnings, being independent, doing things very different than you've been doing for the last 9 months, give and take. And it holds a vibration of zero as well. So zeros are all about potential and choices. So know that perhaps for the last 9 months, you might have felt as though you don't have choices, or you feel as though you don't have choices. But from my perspective, my point of view, I believe we always have a choice. We always have a choice. Not doing something is a choice, or doing something based on what someone else is asking you to do is a choice. You're choosing that choice versus allowing yourself to have your own choice. So there's always a choice. That's my philosophy. So October carries that energy of it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. And when we think about numerology, every number from 1 to, we're going to say from 1 to 99, every number has a specific frequency and vibration. And every number from 1 to 99 gets taken down to a single digit. And we can even go to like 1 to 1,000 if you want to, 1 to a million, whatever it might be. But you take those numbers and you bring them down to a single digit. Now, there's only theoretically 3 numbers in the entire process of numbers that does not get taken down to a single digit, that you literally keep them as they are. And those 3 numbers are classified as master numbers, and that is 11, 22, and 33. And we're going to probably be speaking about that when we go a little deeper into this conversation today, because when we think about personal energy year numbers, now you're probably asking yourself, what is a personal energy year number? Every one of us, every year, carries a specific personal energy number. And that's the theme that every one of us carries for that particular year. And when you know that meaning behind that number, that meaning helps you have a better understanding to what the energy is for that particular year. And then there's also what we call the universal energy number. Now, the universal energy number means the collective, so everybody. And the universal energy year number is made up from the actual year. So when we think about 2021, take those numbers and we add that up. So you take the 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, and you add it up, and it works out to be a 5 energy. So the universal energy here, where all of us collectively, each and every one of us, you, me, your neighbor, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your coworker, whoever it is, we're all in this universal energy, and we're all working under a 5 energy. And that 5 energy, what that means is about the things that are changing, the freedom that we get when we change things. Was this year holds the energy of having more fun and being adventurous, sort of coming out of your comfort zone, so to speak. But then it's also about being courageous enough to make those changes so you can have the freedom you're looking to have. And then there's also a lot of unpredictability when it comes to the 5 energy number, because things are unpredictable. You may think you're going to go this way, but then you end up swaying this way. So that's the unpredictability. It's almost spicy and fun when you think about it. So now when you think about the universal year number, which is the 5, and now we speak about the personal energy year number. Now, how are you going to get this? Now, again, you can turn around and just listen and watch this for now, and then come back later and take some notes. Or I'll give you that 2 minutes to go run and get a pen and paper, and you can jot down some notes as I speak now. Whichever way, either way works. So if you're going to go and run and get some paper, go ahead and do that right now. And then once you get back, I'm going to get started, and I'm going to teach you something that you may either know already or you don't know. And if you know it already, it's going to be a review. And if you don't know it, then you're going to learn something. I'm all about learning. I'm all about teaching as well. So hopefully you're back now with your pen and paper, if you're choosing to take notes at this moment. So when we think about your personal energy year number, how you calculate that up. That's from the month you're born in, the day you're born on, and the universal year number, which we spoke on, which is 2021. So let's just start off with the month you're born in. So we're going to use my birthday, since that makes sense, since that's what I know. And feel free, if you want to, go ahead and email me your birthday and day that you're born, and email me, and I give you some insight. Feel free to do that, and you can do that by emailing healingwithin76@gmail.com. And hang in there with me, because there will be a giveaway at the end of this. I always like to do a little giveaway. So anyway, so I'm going to use my numbers to share with you so you have a better understanding. So how you would do this, I'm born March 4th. So I would take 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. And then I would add that up, which for me works out to be a 12. And we're going to take that 12 and we're going to add that up. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's my personal year energy, 3. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to run through all of the personal year energies from 1 through 9. Then I'm also going to include 11, 22, and for the rare case, which is really rare, 33. Because there's very few people that I've ever encountered with that has a personal energy year number of 33. They might have a life path number of 33, but not necessarily a personal energy year number of 33. And we're not speaking about past life numbers today. That's a whole different topic. Today, we're just really focusing on the personal energy. And once we establish what the meanings are for all the numbers from 1 to 9, 11, 22, and 33, then I'm going to give you an understanding to this energy that we're in with October, and how, as the title states, October carries healing power, and how each and every one of us can heal one area of our life, or all areas of our lives, depending on how motivated we are. So I like to dive right in. And as I said, how you do this, so if you want to write this down in your notes so you can actually do this on your own, you're going to take the month that you're born in. So my month is March. The day you're born on, my day is 4th. So it's 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, which is the year's energy, which is the universal energy, the current year that we are in. And we're going to add those numbers, and that equals out to 12, which 1 plus 2 is 3. So now that you have yours written down, you should have a number by now. So let's say, for argument's sake, I'm going to give you, and I'm going to write it down so I know for sure. And I'm going to use my calculator. This way here, I'm definitely for sure. So just give me a sec. Okay, so for example, here's one that has a number that we're going to keep the number the same, which would be August 18th. So we're going to do 8 plus 1 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. And that works out to be a 22. So that would be a number that would stay exactly that way, because that's classified as a master number. And master numbers do not get taken down to a single digit. Master numbers hold a higher vibration, but carries the same meaning as a single digit. So for example, 22 theoretically adds to a 4. So that will have the same meaning of the 4, except the energy of it is coming from a higher vibration. And that will hold true for someone who has an 11 energy year, such as someone who's born on February 22. When you add that number up, that works out to be an 11. So again, it's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 works out to be 11. And you keep master numbers as they are, just as they are. You don't break them down. All other numbers get taken down to a single digit. So for example, if you have April 4th, that would be 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. And then you get that number. And you add that up as well. And since I like to be 100% positive when I'm adding numbers up, that works out to be a 13, which is a 4. Okay, so now what I would like to do is I'm going to give you all the numbers and what they mean in reference to their frequency and vibration. We're going to start from 1 and work our way all the way down to 9, and then we'll talk about the 11, 22, and 33. So the 1 energy. The 1 energy means new beginnings, new opportunity, new way of doing things, leadership, and independence. Number 2 is partnerships, relationships, friendships, contracts, marriage. Number 3, communication, creating, expressing, learning, teaching, listening. Number 4, new foundation, stability, balance, patience. Number 5, change, freedom, unpredictability, fun, adventure, and courageousness. Number 6, healing, healer, caretaker, karmic lesson. Number 7, reflection, meditation, going within, sitting quietly, spiritual awakening. 8, abundance, karmic cycle, stability, balance, achievements. Number 9, completion, let go, declutter, transformation, evolving. There's numbers from 1 to 9. Now I'm going to speak about the numbers from 11, 22, and 33, which again, when we think about the number 2, carries the same meaning for number 11, except the energy has a much higher vibration. So for example, the number 2, which is about partnerships, relationships, contracts, friendships, that 11 carries the same meaning, except the vibration and frequency is at a higher intensity. So someone who carries an 11, the relationships and partnerships that they're creating in the month of October serves them on a higher level, not just on a neutral level. Now, when we think of the number 4, which is connected to that 22, same meaning. It just means that that person's is building a new foundation. They're a master builder, whereas the 11 is the master healer of their partnerships. The 22 is the master builder of their foundation. They are literally, I like to say, their foundation has crumbled and they're mastering to build it up again in a much larger capacity. Number 33, which carries the same meaning of 6, except this 33 is about sacrificing to help others heal, sacrificing to help others heal, sacrificing to teach people how to heal. It's mastering the teaching, mastering the teaching. The 33 energy really carries the vibration and frequency of, let's say, Jesus or Buddha, someone in that high capacity. So now let's bring this all together when we think about that October energy, where again, October carries that vibration of 10. New beginnings, leadership, independency, with potential and choices included. So now I'm going to bring a sentence together here just to show you how it works. And I'm going to use my 3 energy. In October with the 3 energy, I would be creating and expressing and networking at a much different level than I've done in the past, because it's new ways of doing things. And I'm also going to be, as we throw that healing potential in there, because when you take that 1 and that 5 from 2021, that's the 6 energy. The work that I am doing, the work that I'm creating, the new way that I am creating, it's creating to help and heal at a much different level than I've ever done before. And it holds so true to the work that I'm currently doing. So, for example, someone who holds a personal energy of 1 in the October energy, they are healing differently than they've healed before. They've done changes over the last 9 months and will be healing differently. So, for example, if you hold a personal 1 energy year, you may be thinking about, or have been thinking about, decreasing medication and moving more into a holistic approach with your health and doing it that way. So you're healing in a different way. The same way as being independent, you may decide that you want to take your healing on a different level and not be dependent on others to help you heal. So what I hear from that, which is it's an amazing choice here, opportunity, is you may be thinking about stepping into becoming a healer. So you might want to go and learn. You might have been doing that over the last 9 months, where you're mastering in something, and now you're becoming an independent healer with that one energy. That two energy, when we put it into combination of that October energy, the partnerships that you were healing, whether it's a friendship, a intimate relationship, a relationship you have with a business partner, things are healing and you're changing things around. The contracts are going to be different going forward because you're going to do things new. You may even find with that two personal energy year that you are literally shifting gears regarding your job. You might find yourself moving out of that job, leaving the job, and moving into a job that is going to serve your purpose. And that will help you to heal your emotional state, your body, and your thought process, where you'll experience less anxiety, less stress, less frustration. So that's that two energy. We already spoke about the three. The four energy is about the foundation. How in the last 9 months you've been working this hard to build that foundation. And now new things are going to come about. New things are going to come about where your foundation, you're going to feel more supported in your own foundation. And when we think about the foundation could be two processes. Foundation could be your shelter where you live. And then the foundation could be your body, where you're healing your body very differently than you've ever healed before. And then the third is also your business, what you do for work, that foundation. So there might be some new work coming in or doing things differently. So 2 and 4, very similar energy when we think about it. The 2 is the partnership with work. The 4 is the foundation with work. But either way, it's healing. Something is shifting. You're starting to see some light at the end of that tunnel. Now, when we think about the 5 personal energy, that's all about the changes that's undergoing. And because that 5 energy, the personal energy matches the universal energy, that person that carries that 5 energy year has been experiencing a lot of change and very, very strong and determined on their freedom. Very strong and determined on their freedom. They're doing things a lot differently than they've ever done before and very independent. And they're going to see that in the month of October. Lots of changes coming in, lots of new things going on for them, and lots of shifts. And these shifts are going to lead into that healing process. Then we have the 6 energy. The 6 energy is all about healing in a different format, doing things differently, being a caretaker as well, being a caretaker, helping somebody this month, and taking on the independent role as a caretaker as well. And also, when we think about that 6 energy, is you being a healer. Again, very similar to when we spoke about that 1 energy as new beginnings. As the 6 energy, it's about healing the family, healing the home, and doing things differently. So maybe in the last 9 months, you've been helping somebody in your home, you've been taking care of them. Things are going to switch. You're gonna see things getting easier in their healing process, in the home, in the family. And or you may find yourself taking on the independent role, becoming more in control of the situation. Whereas perhaps the last 9 months you might have been undecided, not sure what route to go. And with the October energy, you may all of a sudden start to get this spiritual wisdom showing up for you to help heal that person, the family member. That's that 6 energy. Then we go to the 7 energy. 7 energy is all about the spiritual awakening. The spiritual awakening. And we think about that spiritual awakening, perhaps you're going to have an epiphany where you're going to see yourself. You're literally going to look in the mirror quickly and see this new version of you because of this 1 energy, and that all this hard work you've been doing over the last 9 months that you're literally starting to see yourself as a different version of you. The 8 energy is about the karmic lessons and the abundance and what you achieved over the last 9 months, your success, and seeing it to the point where it helps you to feel more independent, feel more secure about you, in healing in areas that perhaps you didn't feel worthy enough of being successful, or you weren't recognized for your success. You're going to see more of that in October, where people are going to appreciate the work that you do in an 8 energy year. The 9 energy is all about the transitions, the transformation, everything you've decluttered from in the last 9 months, things you've let go of, where now you have this empty space and you get to really breathe into that empty space, because that one is a new beginning. So you're going to start to see some new things taking place. Maybe that new job opportunity, maybe the relationship you're in, that new chapter is going to begin to start for you. Your marriage that you're in, things are going to start to shift there too, where things are just going to start to heal for you. Everything's going to start to get lighter in this October energy for the 9. So we've already spoken about the 11, the 22, and 33 already, as before. Those are your master numbers. 11's all about the master healing of the partnerships. So those of you carrying that 11, you're going to see yourself doing things differently, a new way of healing your partnerships, not doing it the way you've done it in the last 9 months. Those who have the 22, mastering your foundation, building it brand new, really seeing and appreciate this foundation that you have worked so hard on. And then 33, again, the master teacher, how you are teaching others how to heal. So the last 9 months, you might have been taking a course, a workshop to become a master of something. And now here it is October. Now you get to put your work to use as that master healer, master teacher energy. Now, what I also want to throw into this in the last give and take 3 minutes that we're together is recognizing the planets here just for a moment, where September 27th, Mercury went retrograde and joined the other 6 planets that are in retrograde. Now, if you're not familiar with the other 6 planets in retrograde, please go and check out some of my other videos. I speak about them. In fact, I spoke about the retrogrades in my Happy October video. So go check that one out. But being that we have 7 planets in retrograde, and within a matter of 18 days, starting October 1st, right through October 18, we are going to have 4 planets going direct. And as these planets go direct, these planets are going to help each and every one of us transition to the things that need to change. So, for example, very quickly, Pluto, the planet of destruction, things dying off, anything that has cobwebs to it, literally speaking or figuratively speaking, things that no longer serve your purpose, your higher purpose, are going to die away. Pluto is literally going to take a big shovel and shovel it away. Destruction. And that's what Pluto has been doing. It's been in reflection, in reviewing mode. So nothing has really taken place yet, because when a planet goes retrograde, it just sort of slows down that energy. But once it goes direct, which it will on October 6th, that's when we're going to all start to feel this energy of a major shift taking place, of October's energy of new things happening because of that Pluto energy. Now, depending on where Pluto sits in your chart, zodiac-wise, and the house, will determine the theme to what Pluto's been working on for you. Now, if you're not sure where Pluto sits or any of the other planets sits on your astrological chart, please go over to astro.com, plug in your information, and then you'll see all of it. And if you're still unclear of how to read it, feel free to reach out to me and I will schedule an appointment for you so we can do a self-growth discovery on your astrological chart and how it all fits into this October's energy and the energies going forward for the remaining portion of 2021. So now we also have on October 10th, Saturn going direct. And Saturn is responsible rather, for our schedule, our structure, organizing. And again, because of October's energy, all of us, or most of us, are going to see something new, a realignment to our schedule for whatever it might be. There's many of you, from what I understand, that are returning back to work after not literally being at the work site for almost 20 months. So that itself is Saturn's energy helping to bring you back into a new schedule. Now, that schedule may not be the exact schedule you were familiar with prior to the pandemic. It may be extremely different, such as you might only be going in 3 days a week versus 5 days a week. So it'll be interesting to see how Saturn plays in that area. Saturn will also play in reference to changing the schedules regarding our home life, just the structure in itself. Some people might actually be relocating, moving, because again, that's a whole process, and also scheduling. So that's what Saturn is about. And then the other two planets that will go direct on October 18th will be Mercury, which just gone direct, stays retrograde for only 3 weeks, and then also Jupiter. So Mercury is our planet of schedule and communication. So how that's going to change for each and every one of us with the energy of October. And then Jupiter, the planet of expansion and our intuitive gifts. And what I'd be interested in knowing from every one of you regarding how many of you are going to be awakened to one of your 5 senses. And in case you're not sure what that means, being awakened, where you may start to notice that you are becoming more sensitive to energies, such as being able to see spirit. And how that looks is perhaps you might see a shadow crossing you. And that shadow is a representation of spirit. It just shows up as a shadow. The more you work with your ability to see spirit, it becomes more clear. The other sense is hearing, where you might be experiencing ringing in the ear. Now, theoretically, medically, that would be a concern, but spiritually, ringing in the ear is like a doorbell or a phone call where spirit is contacting you. Then there's also feeling, where you might be the only one in the room, and then all of a sudden you feel something cross your shoulder, or you feel someone touch your cheek, or you feel someone yanking on your hair. That's that feeling of spirit being with you. And then there's also taste, where all of a sudden, out of the blue, you start to taste pasta or pizza or a beautiful pie or whatever it is that might be connected to a spirit, that a loved one that you remember. And then the other one is sense of smell, where you might have out of the blue start to smell cigarettes or someone's perfume or cologne or someone baking something. And there's nothing in sight to indicate there's a need for a smell. So it brings your curiosity up. And then there's energy. And when we think about that Jupiter energy of expansion, we're expanding into the spiritual realm and finding that balance between the physical and the spiritual. Now, there's the magic and there's the healing. And that could very well take place in the month of October with all this new going on. That one energy, a new way of doing things, new possibilities, new opportunities, activating your ability to connect with something higher than you and something beyond what you can actually physically see. And it's a phenomenon when you think about it. And there's so many of us experiencing that right now with the help of the last 20 months where we were asked to be quiet, to sit still, and to isolate from people. This actually helps us to activate into that energy of that connection between spirit. Because unfortunately, when we are running around from place to place, we got the TV on, we got the radio on, we're distracted with all the noise around us, we cannot possibly hear spirit. But the minute we allow ourselves to be still and in quiet, that's when we begin to connect on a higher level, a higher vibration, and move into that space of a new way of doing things. One of the reasons why I shared this video with you today is to help you to become more awakened to something new. And when we think about that October energy, that's exactly what it is. Now, I just want to talk very briefly about the 1010 energy, which is the gateway to bringing us to the 1111 energy. And the 1111 energy is all about the spiritual awakening. But the 1010, again, when you add those numbers up, it's two ones, which is 11 theoretically, but they add up to 2, which is that partnership. That 11, as we said before, is the mastering the healing of partnerships on 1010's energy. Now, between October 1st through October 18th, there's a lot of things going on, as mentioned. October 6th, we have Pluto going direct. We also have a new moon in Libra energy. Libra season is all about balancing between the physical and spiritual realm. And when we move this energy into October, it makes so much sense to have this gateway to the spiritual realm, the physical and spiritual, the ego and the spiritual wisdom, connecting the two and learning how to work with both, learning how to be in the afterlife and being in the human life, and being able to move through the two, like some might call it the metrics, where we move consciously, we move up and connect to the afterlife, but then we come back to earth and connect, and we can see the difference. And that's what this October energy may very well help you do. So between that new moon, the Pluto energy, October 10th, where Saturn goes direct, October 10th, that 1010 energy, that gateway, bringing us into healing our partnership with spirit, healing our partnership with ourselves, because after all, we are spiritual beings having multiple human experiences. And those human experiences are really helping us bring ourselves in alignment to the spiritual being that we really are. And then as we move in that 1010 energy, and then we move into October 18th, where we have those two planets, Mercury and Jupiter, going direct as well. And we'll also be moving into a full moon. So there's a lot of energy activating in the month of October. So I would like to leave you with the following. I highly recommend that you ground your energy. What do I mean by grounding your energy? Get outside into nature. So this way here, you could be more focused, more at ease, less anxious, and really be able to be in that space to make really good decisions in the month of October. After all, whatever your personal energy year number is, that's your theme. And that's going to help you navigate through this month and navigate into some amazing new opportunities, no matter what the number is you carry. So 1, independence. 2, your partnerships. 3, you're the creator. 4 is your foundation. 5 is the change. 6 is how you are healing. 7, your spiritual awakening. 8, the karmic lessons. 9, your transition. 11, master healing your partnerships. 22, mastering that foundation. 33, master teaching how to heal. sacrifice when you think about it. So it's powerful time right about now. So as I said, at the end of the video, there's a giveaway. There's a giveaway. So here's what I'm giving away. I would like each and every one of you to go ahead and email me. And that email is healingwithin76@gmail.com. Everyone that emails me within the next 24 hours will receive a one card reading based on your numerology, personal energy, your number, and that's going to give you a chakra to work on. So everyone that does this within the next 24 hours will receive a free, it's complimentary, one card reading. I will email it back to you, and that will help you to connect with one chakra to help clear that energy so you can be in perfect alignment to the energy that we are in for October. Now, of course, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. So with all that being said, have yourself an awesome rest of the day. I do look forward to connecting with more information next week as I provide insight, inspiration, and intuition every week, whether it's through the cosmic energy or through numerology or a combination of both. I look forward to seeing every one of you at a later date. And again, that email is healingwithin76@gmail.com. Bye-bye for now.